Let me ask you a real question. Do you even like your wife, bro? Because if the answer is no, then all of your complaining isn't going to save your marriage. It's really about avoiding the truth that you've already quit. In this video, I'm going to explain why most men who say they want to fix a sexless marriage really don't want to fix it. They just want to feel justified in their resentment. And I'll also talk about how to break that pattern before it ruins all of your future relationships too. You see, the problem isn't necessarily your wife. It's your mental frame. It's how you're looking at the situation. Until you change that, all of your resentment's going to seep through everything you do and all the interactions you have with her. Your wife will feel it, even if you think you're hiding it. And you're just going to further drive more nails into your relationship coffin. If you can't get past that resentment, you're better off not wasting everyone's time and just go call your attorney. But just know, you still need to do the work, because if you don't, you'll just have the same problem in your future relationships. Hi, my name is Paul Bauer, and if you're new to the channel, I help men level up and get better with women. And the funny thing about doing that is it tends to make us better men in all areas of our lives. What I see really often working with men, either one-on-one or in my wolf pack or even in the comments section, is a lot of men with a victim mentality masquerading as effort. They mistake venting for action, which is really feminine behavior if you think about it, because that's how women process their emotions. They just emote, and then they listen to the words coming out of their mouth, think about how those words make them feel, and then they do actually nothing to solve their real problem. They just feel good about themselves. And all that complaining gives you a dopamine rush that feels like progress, but it accomplishes nothing. If you really want to solve your problem, you need to get rid of that and stop bitching about it and start taking action to actually fix things. And a big problem that you're having, which is why you're in a dead bedroom situation and why your relationship's failing, is you're not setting the tone and leading your relationship. You've probably never done that. You've probably deferred everything to your wife up until now. And a lot of that has killed her attraction for you. So if you want to turn things around, you have to start setting the tone and leading. But you can't lead from a position of resentment. You can't lead from a place of bitterness. Attraction dies in the presence of resentment and bitterness. If you're angry, you're more likely being reactive, which means that you're failing her shit tests, and that's further eroding the attraction. Women just aren't drawn to that. They're drawn to a man with strong mental frame that isn't rattled easily, because if she can't rattle you, that means you'll be able to handle life's challenges. If this little 5'0" is able to rattle you, that means you can't, at least in her perception, which further causes attraction to erode because she's not going to follow your leadership because she doesn't trust your ability to lead. So I got to ask you, do you even really want her? Or do you just not want to lose? A lot of guys try to fix their marriage because of ego. They don't want to lose. Or they're just used to the routine, or they're afraid of divorce. It's not because they actually desire a reconnection with their wives. And I really hate to say it, because there's a lot of guys in my wolf pack, my men's community. In fact, tonight we're having our monthly hangout, and I'd love for you guys to join us. If you guys go to wolf.comeonmanpod.com, you can sign up for a free trial and join us tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time. But there's a lot of guys in that group that are swapping notes, and they're really there because they're in a dead bedroom situation or their marriage is on the outs, and they want to salvage that relationship. But all they do is bitch and moan all day in the chat. And it really makes me ask, like, why are you even with her, man? Like, why are you putting in all this effort to try to fix something when you clearly hate her? But honestly, a lot of it is just how they're looking at things. A lot of these guys are looking at what their wives are doing as annoying or disrespectful. And so they're getting pissed off about it. And then they're ranting about it in the chat. And so I'm constantly trying to reframe things for them so that they look at things more like playful shit tests as opposed to disrespect or annoying women behavior. A big way that we try to do that in the red pill space is by having you use the mental model that women are the most responsible teenagers in the house. Or you often see on X that women are like children. The reason why we want you to look at women that way is so you don't take them so goddamn seriously. I say this a lot in my podcast, but a lot of you guys are taking women too damn seriously. It's a big reason why I put out a lot of misogynistic content on social media, is so that you guys stop taking women so seriously. But the funny thing is that when you stop taking them so seriously, you stop letting what they say impact you so much. And when you stop letting women impact you so much, you stop reacting from emotion. And when you stop reacting from emotion, you're actually able to set the tone and lead and look at things more clearly and start responding. And women are drawn to that. They're drawn to men who they can't get their way with. But right now, they're running the show. Right now, they're having their way with you. And it's not only drying up their vagina, it's pissing you off more. But I get it. Anger is a lot easier than introspection. It's much safer to blame her for your problems today instead of looking at things that you can do better. Instead of evaluating, where did I fail to lead this interaction? How could I have handled this shit test better? Where have I been passive in my relationship before? Where do I need to take more of an active role? Then it ends up being a compound issue because you tend to attract what you embody. Women are mirrors of their men. So if you're acting irrational, if you're acting emotional, if you're getting bent out of shape about stuff, if you're angry about stuff, you'll notice that she starts mirroring you and starts reflecting that back at you in a negative way that pisses you off further. And a lot of you guys are doing a lot of covert contracts still where you're trying to do stuff in order to get a reaction out of your wife, or you're doing nice things hoping that she'll do nice things back. And when she doesn't act the way that you're expecting, that just builds up more resentment. So the key to fixing that is to stop doing things for her that you don't really want to do. And if you are going to do things for her, do it because you want to do it, not because you're expecting something from her. But no matter what you do, you can't bitch and moan and punish her back into desire. It's never going to work. Silent treatments and emotional withdrawal might win you a temporary apology, but they destroy respect, and women can't love a man they don't respect. One of the guys in the group, I told him on Tuesday to sit down and write out your future. What do you want? A big part of Red Pill is being your own mental point of origin. Part of being your own mental point of origin is figuring out, what the fuck do you want? Most guys never do this. Most guys just drift through life hoping they safely make it to death. They just sort of deal with things as life throws it at them. They don't have any real plan. They defer to their wife and want to do what their wife wants to do, which is the opposite of setting the tone and leading, which is the opposite of what creates attraction and polarity in a relationship. They never sit down and figure out, what do they want? How do they envision the relationship? So I had this guy sit down, write out on a piece of paper, picture your future 10 years down the road. Is your wife even in that picture? Because if you can't see your wife in the picture 10 years from now, you're just wasting everybody's time. You might as well just divorce her, go through the process, take your licks, deal with whatever alimony you got to pay her, figure out the child support and the co-parenting, and just move on with your life. You might as well just do that. Instead of this book, you're going to want this book. And guess what? If she's not in the picture 10 years from now, stop pretending that she is, brother. Either commit to doing the work with a clean slate or start planning your exit strategy with integrity. Doing the work means working on you. It does not mean fixing your wife. Fitness, discipline, mission, purpose, boundaries, being the absolute best version of yourself. She either gets on board or you're in a better position to move on and find a better woman. One thing I tell guys is I can't guarantee that you're going to fix your marriage. What I can guarantee is that you're going to end up in a loving relationship with lots of sex. It just might not be with your wife. But if you can't even do the work now with your wife in the picture because you're so full of resentment for her and you just can't let it go, it's best to start the process now, work with your attorney, let her go, and then start working on self-improvement when you're not so focused on what she might or might not do without her in the picture. I do coach men in dead bedroom situations, but I can only coach men in dead bedroom situations who want to actually fix their dead bedroom situation. So I need you to be honest with yourself. Do you really want to fix it? What do you guys think? Have you been in this situation? Did you try to fix your marriage, but you just couldn't because you were so resentful of your wife that it just kept getting in the way? Let me know in the comments. That's all I got for this video, guys. Do be sure to like, subscribe, hit those notifications, and be sure to tune into the podcast tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be talking about how to avoid drifting and how to outwit the devil with our minds. We'll see you guys at 10 a.m. Eastern Time.